All right, covering some lore today, an Irish lore. What is the name of it?
Oh, excellent. I believe the Children of Lir.
All right, Children of
Irish.
Lir. Let's check. So,
Nice.
let's go right to the video, see what's doing.
We are looking at the legend of the Children of Lir. This story is set at the end of the time of the Tuatha De Danann, the ancient gods of Ireland, and the rise of the
Tuatha De
Milesians,
Danann.
who were the first Celtic people of the island. There came a time when a king was to be elected in Ireland, and a good man and powerful druid named Bob Jarrag's chosen. Lir was his rival, and was not happy that he was passed over to be king. He did not swear loyalty to the new king.
So King Lear I've heard of. I've never heard about the kids.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
For a time, there was much trouble on the island. When Lear's wife died, Bob Jarrag arranged for his daughter Eve to marry Lir, bringing him into the family and ending the times of trouble between them.
Interesting.
Eve and Lir were very happy together, and had 4 children, a girl named Fionnuala, and 3 sons, Aodh, Fiachra, and Conn.
Okay.
During the last birth, Eve sadly died. Lir was broken with grief. It
was very common back then. You know, you want to have a lot of
Yeah.
children, but usually you lose the mother sometimes. It was so kind of raw back then, childbirth.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Survival was brutal. Life was
comfort
rough.
from his great
here we
love
are.
for their children. The children grew and were a joy to their father Lir and grandfather Bob. In time, Bob Jarrag's second daughter, Aoife, was wed to Lir. She had designs upon Lir, and was not happy that his love for his children was greater than his love for her. Her jealousy drove her to extreme acts, even pretending to be deathly ill for an entire year.
Whoa.
The darkness of jealousy infected Aoife completely, and one spring day she took the children on a trip, intending to...
All right, are you following us so far?
So far, so good. Yes.
Tell me,
I
fill
think
it
so.
fill it in for me.
So basically, Lear was the king. He was not happy to be passed over, but brought into the family of the actual king by marrying the actual king's daughter. That daughter had 4 children.
The mother passed
The
away.
king's daughter, right? The mother of the 4 children passed away in childbirth, I believe, if I remember correctly. And
right.
now he gets married to the king's second daughter, I believe. But she is very jealous because Lear loves his children, or is giving them more attention than he's giving her, his wife. And so now she's playing, apparently, supposedly deathly ill for a year, I guess trying to get his attention out of this sheer jealousy that he's paying more attention to the children than to her.
Though
so it's just,
they're
it's already
not-
going to a pretty dark place.
They're not her children, right?
No, at least, yeah, that's right. As far as I get it, they're not her biological children. Yeah, they're like they'd be her stepchildren, I guess.
Gotcha.
at that point.
A lot of
Yeah.
stepmother stories back.
Yeah.
Here we go. All right.
killed them while on the road. She stopped their wagon at Loch Darvroch, the beautiful lake, and ordered her men to kill the children, but the
Oh,
soldiers
jeez.
refused to do such a terrible
Holy
thing.
crap.
Aoife, who was powerful in ancient arts, took matters into her own hands. She
we
told
go.
the children to wash in the lake, where she cast a spell of transformation over them. Children's bodies changed shape, spouting feathers, necks growing longer, until the children were replaced with 4 beautiful white swans.
So she turned the children. She wanted to kill them. They didn't do it, and then somehow they turned into swans.
So she turned them into swans. Interesting choice.
All right.
Yeah.
Fionnuala, the eldest, fought with Aoife, telling her that she could not keep them like this, and she would suffer vengeance when they were free. A small piece of sympathy grew in Aoife. She said a prophecy for the spell to be broken in 900 years.
900 years. Wow.
Interesting. That's a good spell, man. It'll
Wow.
last the test of time.
It's a long lifetime.
Oh,
She
yeah.
made it so the children would not be distressed by their new forms and would come to no harm, and also let the children keep their voices, which they could use to sing sorrowful songs without equal.
They had people voices.
There you go.
That's funny. They could sing.
Nothing like, in Ireland, crying in your beer, right? That's.
Aoife left the children at the lake, returning to the court of King Bob Jarrag. When Aoife reached her father's court, he asked where his grandchildren were, and she lied,
Oh, here we go.
saying Lir did not trust Bob with the children. This made Bob suspicious, as though
His name's Bob. That's kind of funny.
His name I guess is Bob, which is kind of wild. Yeah,
Bob.
King
Over
Bob.
the
You
years,
know.
the two men had become friends and family. He sent a messenger to Lir. When the messenger arrived, Lir knew that Aoife had done some terrible act. He set out to
I mean, she just turned him into swans, basically. That's not
Turn
too,
them into
not
swans.
the worst.
That could sing sorrowful songs in their own voices.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
find his children.
crazy.
Looking all across the land, he came upon the shores of the lake and found 4 swans singing the most beautiful, saddest song Lir had ever heard. When he approached them, the swans called out to their father, telling of Aoife's horrible deed.
Oh, here
Lir
we go.
cried out in grief for his poor children. They told him that the curse bade them stay on the lake for 300 years, then another 300 in the storms of the north, 300 more at the lake.
How are these people alive? Like, isn't just a week go by? Like he like I don't get it. They
know,
didn't
right?
live all that time.
Okay.
Like,
Yeah, no one's living to be 900 years old
Yeah.
in reality, but
like-
it is as far as I know.
they're like, oh my god, it's gonna be like this for 600 years, and it's like, well, when did it happen? Like, I
Yeah.
don't like last week that she did this. It's a little weird.
Of
It's
Inishbel.
like 900 years. It's
Lir and his
essentially a
people
life
stood
sentence.
vigilant.
Yeah, but they didn't live that long. The time isn't right. You know, she just
Right,
went
right.
back and
It's
told
like-
the guy, Bob.
Basically, like there's no possibility of parole. She just went back and told Bob, "Oh
told
no,
Bob.
Bob, Lear did it. You know, Lear didn't trust you." And then Bob went out and
Yeah.
King Bob, you know,
It's
went
happened
out and
all
was like,
probably within a
"Wait
couple months.
second."
By the shores
Yeah.
of the lake through the night and into the next day, listening to the haunting lament of the swans, until the children told them to leave. The curse protected the swans from harm, but their father and their people would freeze and starve upon the shore.
Gee, man, everything is so
Wow.
dire. It's like,
It is. It's
man, oh,
pretty
man.
dire and dark.
Man,
Yeah.
if you save them, everyone will
Brutal.
freeze and die. It's like- I think they really skipped over the woman. I mean, it's really, it's a pretty big curse.
Instantly, Lear left his beloved children, travelling to the court of King Bob Jarg to expose
He's not saying King Bob. I can't believe he's calling him King Bob.
the selfish Aoife. The mighty king raged at his cruel daughter, that she would inflict such horror upon his sweet and innocent grandchildren. He grabbed his druid staff and set a spell upon Aoife to transform her into that which was in her heart. Aoife shapeshifted into a formless, screeching wraith of the wind and flew from the castle
A
to
wraith.
cool.
I've fought many of them in video
of the
games.
wind.
Many
Yeah.
of them. The Banshee.
remain that
The
way
Banshee,
forever.
exactly.
Bob, Lear, and the rest of the Tuatha all travelled to the lake frequently, and in time the Milesians began to visit the swans too. They all listened to the swans' song together, delighting in its beauty and reflecting in its melancholy. It was during this time that the king proclaimed that no swan should ever be killed in Ireland. After 300
yeah.
years, it was time for the children to fly to the storms of the north, where they fought against the howling wind and the biting cold, the lashing rain and hail.
I mean, 300 years is a long time to just
That's a long time.
yeah, hanging out and singing.
They often
Alright.
slept upon a great northern lake, where they could only survive the weather by huddling close together.
Okay, all right, let's see what happens. Let's move along here.
They decided to visit their father before going to Inishbel. However, when they visited their old home, they found it overgrown,
Yeah, I would think so. 300 years.
abandoned
right?
and
Yeah,
reclaimed
things-
by
things-
nature.
Change.
The swans sang their most sorrowful song in memory of their father and grandfather through the night, and set off the next day for Inishbel. Before we finish the story, was forgotten. Christians came to the land, building churches and changing the beliefs of the people. Swans spent many years there in grief. Over the years, the land changed.
So the swans stayed there and with grief.
Swan State.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they witnessed the conversions to Christianity, the changes in society. Yeah,
And the
interesting.
way of their people, the Tuatha De Danann, was forgotten. Christians came to the land, building churches and changing the beliefs of the people. 300 years after the swans had arrived at the lake of Inishbel, a priest was walking along the shores of the lake and heard the swans singing their mournful lament. The priest could not believe what he was seeing and believed it to be a miracle of God. He called the swans from the lake, and as they stepped upon the land, their feathers began to fall off. Their bodies began to change. Where once there was 4 beautiful swans, now stood 3 decrepit old men and a wretch of an old woman.
Really? They were the swans?
The 4
Oh,
waifs
man.
were starving thin, hunched over, with graying, blotched skin straight.
I didn't see that
Oh.
coming.
Just over
Yeah,
bone.
when you, I
They
guess
fell
900 years
together
of that'll do something to your body.
They weren't even girls. It's weird.
on the shore of the lake, and holding each other, they each took their last breath. The priest was
man.
distraught at seeing the curse lift from the poor wretches and wanted to give them a respectful burial. He collected the
The dude's got like one too many fingers. See that AI going on there? So
Oh
it's
yeah,
like,
you're right. That's yeah.
he got some crazy
Like,
hands.
bodies and
Yeah,
took them to the church to be waked, asking anyone that he could find if they knew anything of the story of the 4 swans and their song. However, it had been too long, and the memory of the children of Lir had been forgotten. A foul and screeching wind swept through the trees.
Uh-oh, she's still around.
she's still around too.
Been hanging
lest
out
we
for like
forget.
900 years, comes in at the right
Yeah,
moment,
right.
just starts to scream.
As the priest laid the bodies of the children of Lir to rest, he was the
way.
only one to mourn for them. The Children of Lir is an important Irish tale teaching the importance of love and family and the destructive nature of jealousy. It also shows how loved ones can help us to get through the tough times in life and how meaningful it can be just to hold on to the memories we have, as they can be more valuable than we often think.
All right, well there we go. That was
Man,
that was different.
it's nothing like a sad Irish tale, man.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
See, some of the things we do on here, I feel it's more believable, and I can tell when it's more of an archetype story to kind of, a reflection, so people can
Yeah.
learn something.
Yeah, I think that's a good point. This like a lot of stories, I think it's coded wisdom, right? So there's a lot of reflection on, the love and loss and the passage of time, and this is good. I've never heard this story before, so this is really interesting.
Yeah,
to hear.
and I think King Lear had he has a whole story, because I went to a sculpture garden once and there was this giant cool looking statue.
Oh, right.
And it was
Yeah.
it was King Lear.
That was King Lear.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Very cool though.
King
Very
Lear
cool.
King Lear probably had many epic adventures, kind of like a King Arthur of sorts.
Right. I wonder. Yeah, a lot of these, and a personal favorite. King Bob Jarrett. I think it was King Bob, man. Dude, right? Of all the complicated, all the very, very like the Celtic names, and then you got Bob. I mean, awesome. Yeah, maybe it was longer. Yeah, maybe that was like a nickname. Yeah. King Bob. Yeah, it was good. He did. Mhm. There we go. Hats off. Tell a myth. Well done. Well done. No, just that seize the day, right? You'll be in the moment. That's all I could say. Stay in the moment. Stay with us. Stay here. Yeah. Mhm. Yeah. Mhm. Then they turn into like, yeah, they were very, 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 very old. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, and she's still out there.